What's up, PV Poppers? We got the Rose Cup coming at you. Hell yeah. Rose Cup just got released last night in the middle of the Orlando Mega Cup. That was probably one of the best tournaments I've ever seen on stream. Very smoothly run. Really, really well done. I want to shout out Speediest Chief and the entire Victory Road PvP team for featuring one of my videos during stream. But let's get right into the mess here. We got our first color-based tournament. So it says, don't be fooled by the pretty colors. These roses have thorns. And even though it talks about roses a lot, Roselia is not allowed in this cup, which is pretty funny. But you are using pink, red, purple, and gray Pokemon. And the banned list is mythicals like Mew, legendaries like Cresselia, Bastiodon is banned, and then all water types are banned, which is going to be pretty interesting actually. So, no Azumarill, and it might give the fire types a chance to shine, like your Charizard and Alolan Marowak, your Fire Spin users. Shinies can't save you here, so basically the base form, whatever that color is that is on Bulbapedia, is where the whitelist is coming from. All right, so let's get straight into the meta graphic from Game Press and Lorma 96. As you can see, it's going to be mostly based around a rock, paper, scissors type of situation where you're going to have fighters, tanks, and ghost or flyers. I would put fire types with the fighters because you have Pokemon like Blaziken and Charizard that can definitely do work against the tanks. And then in with the tanks, you can add your Rhyperior, which is really good. So as you can see in the Ghost section, there is a lot going on. You have your Charm users that are going to be able to take down your actual ghosts, but your flying types and fire types like Skarmory, Golbat, and Alolan Marowak are going to be able to go ahead and take care of those Charmers. I don't think Charmers are going to be super useful in this cup. Wigglytuff may come into play because Haunter is going to really be making a showing. As you can see on the side there, Gliscor and company. I am definitely going to be doing a by the numbers on Gliscor. It is amazing in this cup. You have something like a 12 wins against the concentrated meta, and with its very, very bait-dependent moveset with Fury Cutter, Night Slash, and Earthquake, you're going to be having to bait out a shield with Night Slash, which does have a debuff chance, and then landing those Earthquakes for most of those wins. Pretty much all of the wins are a bait and Earthquake type situation. As you can see, the Rock and Ice types are going to be targeting the Flyers and the Fires. So there is going to be a lot of side grades and spice that you can add to your team. Drapion is another amazing Pokemon in this meta, and since it has Bite and Ice Fang is going to be able to be the Ice Fang Drapion is going to be one of the hardest counters to Gliscor in the game, and I promise you're going to be seeing a lot of Gliscors because it is pretty much the safest switch in the meta right now. Ferrothorn rather, is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be able to be one of the steel types that can beat the other steels with its grass type moves. You have Trash Wormadam making a showing. Other poison types that are notable would be Venomoth. Muck has most play into Skarmory. I did look into Skuntank, and it doesn't look great. There's not that many wins against the concentrated meta, so maybe leave Skuntank on the bench this time. Sunny Castform, man, with Overheat is definitely something to think about. If you have a good one, I would definitely try to try to make something happen with that because it's awesome. Double Fire, Blaziken, and Charizard could be a very, very interesting combination because, you know, Charizard, it's only 3 really hard counters are the steel types, your Steelix and your Probopass and your Rhyperior, so your Rock Throw and Smackdown users, and those guys can be handled by Blaziken, and then Charizard can handle a lot of the rest of the meta, including the fighters. So definitely worth a thought on that. But as you can see, you got your Medicham that can beat the Champ, and but those both can beat your tanks. And then you got Steelix that can beat Probopass, and those both can beat all of the Flyers and Ghosts. You know, I like to try to find Pokemon that have very diverse movesets, like an Alolan Marowak that can, you know, hit the tanks with super effective damage with both the Fire Spin and your Bone Club. You know, even Excalibur with its crazy moveset could really be interesting, especially with Counter and Acid Spray. Might be an interesting thing to look at. So this was just a quick overview of the meta, just a quick first look. I'm going to be doing a lot more in-depth stuff with this. Expect to see a by the numbers on Drapion and Gliscor coming very, very soon. I really appreciate everybody. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.